Hi, Susan. I have a couple questions for you about why you chose to write thrillers. First of all, what, in your opinion, makes a book a good thriller?
Hi, Libby. My idea of a good thriller is one that involves a good amount of suspense. When I read a thriller, I want to be kept on the edge of my seat and be unable to put the book down. It needs to include a lot of twists and turns in the plot and keep you guessing. Also, I love an unexpected ending, one where the reader doesn't see it coming, and one that you can get a gasp out of them.
Second, what is your favorite thing about reading thrillers that helped you decide this was the genre you wanted to write?
My favorite thing about reading thrillers is the element of the unknown. I like a surprise, and thrillers allow that without necessarily having to be overly violent or have a horror element to them, which I really don't enjoy. My favorite subgenre is vengeance. I like to build up a protagonist as totally lovable and then use them to exact revenge in some way while having the reader feel as though they're totally justified in doing it. With thrillers, it's easy to make the protagonist into an anti-hero. I enjoy rooting for the underdog and writing about them.
What author would you say has had the biggest influence on your own writing and why?
Sue Monk Kidd has been a big influence on my writing. She's one of my favorite authors. Although she writes mostly in historical fiction genre, I love her style and her voice. Her writing feels methodical and well thought out. She writes with an ease and flow that has a soothing effect on me when I read her work. I'd be happy to achieve that same effect on my readers.
Why did you choose your main character for your thesis? What is it about them that you feel makes them a compelling protagonist?
I chose my main character, Antonio, because he has a very tender and kind heart. He's a politician that actually has a conscience, wants justice served for everyone, he adores his wife, he's just chock full of integrity. Then he becomes a protagonist bent on vengeance, embarking on a manhunt to kill his best friend. I think this paradox in his personality makes him very compelling.
Thrillers are typically high adrenaline reads. How do you incorporate that feeling into your own writing to keep your readers on the edge of their seat?
I've found that the best way to inject those shots of adrenaline that the readers seek is to keep popping in plot twists. With each twist, I up the stakes a little, cause the protagonist some pain, or take it in a direction that they weren't expecting. Loving a good thriller read myself, when I'm writing and I say out loud and mean it, I can't wait to see what happens next. That's when I know I'm on the right track.